What's up, YouTube? Same kind. So today, what I got for you is just 2 cards. What a great story. I went to, here's what happened, alright? Here's the story. My wife and I planned a trip to Chicago just for a weekend because I've been working a bunch. I've had other than Chicago, I've had 3 days off this year. So, been working my ass off, but we decided to take a weekend to go to Chicago. So, after we had planned the trip and all that and got in the hotel, I kind of started looking for card shops and stuff down there in the Magnificent Mile and all that. And there wasn't really too much going on as far as that goes. So I decided to check card shows, and I had no clue, but the Sports Fanatics show was going on that weekend. It was like, oh, well, hell, I'm gonna have to do that. So on the way in, we all stopped and went to the card show, me, my wife, and my daughter. Same exact building as Nationals, the Donald E. Stevenson Center. I think I had that close at least. But got in. It was a lot of fun for me, I guess. You know, there's not really too much for them, but they were great. They looked through cards. They actually found the first Roger Clemens cards. They looking through boxes, and they found some jersey cards and stuff, which I did not buy. I only went with so much money because, like I said, I didn't get too much of a chance. I found out about it a week before we went, so I didn't really get a chance to save a bunch. So I had a limited amount of money. So they were off doing their thing somewhere, and I came across a case that had this card in it, and the seller told me his price. I got him to come down just a little bit on it, which made me happy, and I was so excited to get this card. But this one, 2 weeks before, I had passed on a card exactly like this. It was in a lot with a bunch of other stuff that I didn't need, and it had a big bid on it already, and I was like, nah, I'll just wait for the next one. Then I came across this one and I got it for $20 cheaper than that one went sold for. So, excellent deal. So that made my show. Just being able to, I know you guys have heard me say a billion times that anytime I can add a 07 Sterling to the collection it's a good day, you know? So, I was already pretty excited. Then I came across this seller, and I was wearing my shirt with the obnoxiously large Roger Clemens face on it. And this guy was like, you like Clemens, huh? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I got a couple in there. And I started looking at his cards, and I recognized the cards, the specific ones that he had together. And then he was like, and I looked up at him, and I recognized him from Nationals. Me and Nick Mizzy and somebody else were standing there talking to this guy in 2013, and he had this card. And Nick was like, "Are you gonna buy it?" And I literally didn't buy myself one card at that part sucked. Okay, at the 2013 National, that sucked. I did not buy myself one card. Didn't have any money to be buying myself cards with. So anyway, he was like, "Oh yeah, I got this 101." And immediately I knew exactly which one he was talking about. And he was like, he started describing, and I was like, "Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about." And I told him I saw it at Nationals in 2013. And he started, he was like, "I'll tell you what, I'll give you," he's like, "you seem like you're a pretty big fan. I'll give you this amount." And I was like, well, you know, I already knew how much money I had left to spend. So, I said what any man would say in this situation, and I said, let me talk it over with my wife. So we walked away. And we talked it over, and basically all I could spend, we did save. All I could spend was about $50 less than what he was wanting for it. So, you know, I didn't think anything of it. I was, like I said, I was already happy that I got this, so I could leave without that card and be just fine. I was super excited to have the Sterling. So, we go back. I give him my offer, which is, you know, quite a bit less than what he wants for an extremely nice card. I think this card is worth what he was asking. I just didn't have that much money to be able to do that with. So I told him what I could do then, and he's like, I can't do it, man. He's like, I can't do that. How about I get your information, and then if it doesn't sell at the show, then I'll sell it to you for that amount. I was like, sure. I exchanged emails with him, as I believe I did in 2013, but he had a much bigger price on this then. So, exchanged information with him, and that was that. You know, that was pretty much it. We both tried to haggle each other, you know, there was nothing we could do. His hands were tied, and so were mine. So, we're leaving. And the ladies are like, all right, well, I got to go to the bathroom first. And I was like, cool, that's fine. Might as well go to the bathroom too. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm standing there at the urinal, taking a piss. You know what you do at the urinal. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this guy puts the card down on the urinal right in front of me. And I'm like, whoa, man. And he was like, you can have it for that price. It's yours. And I was like, well, I'd shake your hand, but I'm kind of touching myself right now. Oh, that was awkward. So, we did the deal in the bathroom. 2004? Yeah, 2004 Donruss Elite Extra Edition. Check out that patch. I meant to dim my screen before I did this video, but then again I didn't. Yeah, that's not bad. Look at that sucker. And that, as I said, is a 1 of 1. You see it up there. Went down and saw Neil. Neil got to meet the wife and daughter. So that was cool. It's always great to see Neil. The day I went, it was actually pretty slow though. There wasn't many people. I think the biggest name they had there that night was like Kurt Warner. I could be wrong, but I didn't see anybody else huge on that list. But the day after, they had a bunch of people like Big Poppy and Joe Montana. And from the videos I saw that Neil posted, it looked like it was a much better turnout the second day, Saturday, than it was that Friday. But I was so happy to get this. Shout out to Nick Mizzy, who I was hanging out with the very first time I ever saw this card. So yeah, there's turning 2 cards into 8.5 minutes. Thank you for listening to my story. That's all I got. I'll have more coming for you here pretty soon. Always good to see you. You guys enjoy yourselves today. Be good. See ya.